Welcome back to the Big Coins Dealer. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Lincoln pennies and specifically looking at the 2009 no-min-mark Lincoln penny. You might be wondering if a common-looking penny in your pocket change could be worth more than 1 cent. So let's talk about what makes these coins valuable, what to look for, and how much they could be worth in today's market. First, a bit of background on the 2009 Lincoln pennies. In 2009, the U.S. Mint produced a special series of pennies to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, as well as the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. This was an exciting year for collectors because the U.S. Mint released 4 different designs on the reverse side of the penny, each depicting a different stage in Abraham Lincoln's life. There's the birth and early childhood design, the formative years design, the professional life design, and the presidency design. Each of these designs tells part of Lincoln's story, making these pennies special and unique among other Lincoln cents. Now, let's talk about the value of these 2009 Lincoln pennies with no mint mark. No mint mark simply means that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, as coins produced there typically don't have a mint mark. Most people assume that because the Philadelphia Mint produced a lot of these pennies, they might not be valuable, but that's not entirely true. Some of these coins can be worth much more than face value if they are in excellent condition or have certain unique features. So, how much could a 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny be worth? Well, most 2009 pennies you'll find in circulation are likely only worth face value. But if you have a penny in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks brand new with no scratches or signs of wear, it could be worth more to collectors. The value of an uncirculated 2009 Lincoln penny generally ranges from around 50 cents to $2, depending on its condition. In higher grades, like MS65 or MS66, the value can go up to $3 to $5. If you're lucky enough to find a 2009 Lincoln penny with a grade of MS67 or higher, its value could be significantly higher. Coins graded MS67 or better can bring in $20 or more, and in some rare cases, they might even go for over $50. Of course, these values depend on market demand and the overall rarity of high-grade examples. But it just goes to show that a small penny can sometimes hold surprising value. Another factor that can influence the value is if the penny has any unique errors. Error coins are coins that were misstruck or have some kind of noticeable defect. Examples of errors include double die errors, where parts of the design appear doubled, or off-center strikes. If you find a 2009 no-mint mark penny with any of these errors, it could be worth much more than a regular penny, depending on the type and severity of the error. Some error coins can be worth hundreds of dollars to the right collector. So, if you come across a 2009 Lincoln penny, especially one that looks brand new, it might be worth setting aside. You can get your coins graded by a professional coin grading service, which could help increase their value, especially if they're in excellent condition. Grading companies like PCGS or NGC will assess your coin's condition and assign it a grade, which is what collectors look at to determine value. To sum up, while most 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies are worth only face value, some can be worth more if they're in high grade or have unique errors. In uncirculated condition, these pennies could be worth up to $5 or more. If graded MS67 or higher, they could fetch $20 to $50 or even more depending on market interest. And if you have an error penny from 2009, it could be worth even more. So, next time you're sorting through your pocket change, keep an eye out for those 2009 pennies with no mint mark. You might just have a valuable piece in your hands. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin videos like this. Let us know in the comments if you found any interesting 2009 Lincoln pennies and what you think about their values. We're exploring a coin that many people overlook but could hold more value than you think. That's right, we're talking about the 1976 Lincoln penny. Could this common coin be worth more than just a penny? Let's find out. Before we dive into the details, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our latest videos on rare and valuable coins. Now let's get into it. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, and throughout its history, There have been many versions and variations, some of which are highly sought after by collectors. The 1970 60 penny is one such coin that has gained attention. But what makes it special, and is it worth holding on to? First, let's start with some background on the 1976 D Lincoln penny. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint. In 1976, the United States was celebrating its bicentennial, marking 200 years of independence. However, unlike the special designs for the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins issued that year, the penny did not receive a commemorative design. Instead, it maintained the classic Lincoln profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was first introduced in 1959. Despite its regular design, the 1970 60 penny has caught the attention of collectors for a few reasons. One of the main factors that can increase the value of any coin is its condition. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition, known as uncirculated or mint state, can fetch higher prices than those that have been worn down in everyday use. This is where things get interesting for the 1970 60 penny. In general circulation, the 1970 60 penny is worth its face value of 1 cent. However, if you happen to find one in exceptional condition, the value can increase. Coins graded by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC as MS-65 or higher can be worth a few dollars each. The highest grades, like MS-67 or MS-68, are rarer and more valuable. In some cases, collectors are willing to pay between $10 to $50 for a top-condition 1970 60 penny, depending on its grade. Now, let's talk about what to look for if you want to determine if your 1970 60 penny could be worth more than just a penny. The first thing to check is the overall condition of the coin. Look for a strong, clear strike, meaning all the details are sharp and well defined. Pay close attention to Lincoln's hair, beard, and the details of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. The more detail you can see, the better the condition of the coin. Next, check for any signs of damage, wear, or discoloration. Coins that have been heavily circulated often have scratches, dents, or are worn down, which can significantly decrease their value. On the other hand, coins that have been well preserved and show minimal signs of handling are considered more desirable to collectors. Another interesting aspect of the 1970 60 penny is the potential for errors. Error coins are highly collectible and can be worth significantly more than regular coins. Some error coins to look for include double dies, off-center strikes, or other minting mistakes. If you believe your coin has an error, it's worth having it evaluated by a professional to determine its authenticity and value. One common question we get is, are copper pennies from 1976 more valuable than the zinc pennies that were introduced later? It's important to note that all Lincoln pennies minted before 1982, including the 1970 60 penny, were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Due to the copper content, these older pennies are worth slightly more than their face value based on the metal alone. However, due to laws against melting pennies for their copper content, the real value for collectors comes from the condition and rarity rather than the metal itself. Let's also consider how many of these coins were made. The Denver Mint produced over 4.2 billion pennies in 1976, which means the 1970 60 Lincoln penny is not rare in terms of mintage numbers. However, finding one in mint condition, especially graded MS-67 or higher, is not as easy as it sounds. This is where rarity in high grades can drive up the value. If you're interested in selling your 1970 60 penny, or if you're looking to buy one for your collection, platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other numismatic websites are great places to check current market prices. Do your research and make sure you're buying from a reputable source, especially if you're paying a premium for a high-grade coin. So, is the 1970 60 Lincoln penny worth more than a penny? The answer is, it depends. For the most part, in circulated condition, these pennies are worth their face value. However, if you come across a 1970 60 penny in excellent condition or with a unique minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth a few dollars to potentially much more, especially if it receives a high grade from a professional service. In conclusion, while the 1970 60 penny might not make you a millionaire, it's definitely worth checking your pocket change and old coin jars for these gems, especially if you're a collector or looking to start a collection. As always, the thrill of coin collecting is in the hunt for those rare finds, so keep your eyes open and happy hunting. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow coin enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on rare coins and collectibles. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or if you've found any interesting coins lately. We'd love to hear your stories. We're focusing on a specific coin that many of you might have seen countless times without giving it a second thought. It's the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Could this common penny be hiding some serious value? Let's find out. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909, featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. The 1991 version of this iconic penny may seem like just another coin, but there's more to it than meets the eye. In 1991, pennies were primarily produced at two of the United States Mint's facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. Those produced in Denver carry a D mint mark, while those made in Philadelphia traditionally have no mint mark at all. So if you see a 1991 penny without a mint mark, it's actually from the Philadelphia Mint. You might be wondering why a 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny would attract the attention of coin collectors. After all, it's a relatively modern coin, and millions of them were made. However, even modern coins can become valuable due to their condition, rarity, or certain errors. And the 1991 no mint mark penny has a few qualities that can make it more desirable than you might think. For starters, collectors often seek out coins in pristine condition, particularly those that have been graded highly by professional coin grading services. If you happen to have a 1991 penny that's been sitting in a jar or drawer for years but is still in excellent shape, it could be worth more than just a single cent. So what makes a 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth more than face value? The value of any coin is determined by a combination of factors including its condition, rarity, and whether or not it has any unique features like errors. Let's break down these factors. First, the condition or grade of the coin is crucial. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. If you have a 1991 penny in mint state condition, meaning it looks as good as the day it was struck, it could fetch a premium from collectors. Coins with a grade of MS65 or higher are particularly sought after. Next, there are errors and varieties. While most 1991 pennies are fairly standard, there have been some reports of minor errors. These could include things like off-center strikes, doubling on the obverse or reverse, or other minting mistakes that occurred during production. Error coins are often quite valuable to collectors because they are rare and unusual. Lastly, rarity plays a role, even with modern coins. Although millions of 1991 pennies were produced, finding one in perfect condition can be surprisingly difficult. Over time, coins can become worn, scratched, or damaged, reducing their value. So if you find a 1991 penny that looks almost brand new, it's worth taking a closer look. Let's get to the question everyone wants answered. How much is a 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny actually worth? In most cases, if you have a 1991 penny that has been in circulation and shows signs of wear, it will likely only be worth its face value of 1 cent. However, if you have one in uncirculated or near perfect condition, you could be looking at a value of anywhere from a few dollars to even higher, depending on its grade. For example, a 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny graded at MS65 might sell for around $5 to $10. But if you have a coin that's graded MS67 or higher, it could be worth significantly more, possibly fetching between $20 to $50 or even higher at auction. And if you happen to have one with a unique error, the value could increase dramatically depending on the rarity of that error. Now that you know the potential value of a 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny, you're probably eager to find out if you have one worth money. Here are a few tips on how to identify valuable coins. First, take a close look at your 1991 pennies under good lighting. Check for any signs of errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. If you spot something unusual, consider having it professionally graded. Next, consider the condition of your penny. Coins that have been stored in a safe place, away from the elements, tend to retain their value better. If you have a 1991 penny that looks brand new, it's definitely worth a closer inspection. Lastly, if you're serious about coin collecting or selling, consider investing in a coin magnifier and a grading guide. These tools can help you assess the value of your coins more accurately. In conclusion, while most 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies you come across will only be worth their face value of 1 cent, there are some out there that could be worth significantly more, especially if they're in exceptional condition or have unique errors. So the next time you're going through your spare change, take a moment to look closely. You might just find a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in your pocket change, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We explore rare and valuable coins that you might find in your pocket change. If you are interested in coin collecting or want to know if that penny in your hand is worth more than just 1 cent, then you are in the right place. In today's video, we are going to talk about the 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and its market value. Believe it or not, some of these pennies can be worth a lot more than their face value, and you might be sitting on a hidden treasure without even realizing it. So let's dive into what makes this coin special and how much it could be worth today. First, let's get into a little bit of background on the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first coin in the United States to feature a president, and it has been in circulation for over a century now. The design of the Lincoln penny has changed over the years, but the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side has remained the same. On the reverse side, you will see the Lincoln Memorial design, which was introduced in 1959 and continued until 2008. Our focus today is on the 1987 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. You might be wondering what exactly a no mint mark coin is. Well, a mint mark is a small letter on a coin that tells you where it was made. The main mints in the United States are in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint typically does not include a mint mark on pennies, which is why you might see no mint mark on your 1987 Lincoln penny. So if you have a 1987 penny without a mint mark, it was most likely minted in Philadelphia. However, the absence of a mint mark does not automatically make it rare or valuable. What makes some of these coins worth more than others comes down to a few key factors. One of the most important factors is the condition of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint condition coin. If your 1987 Lincoln penny is in uncirculated condition, meaning it shows no signs of wear and tear, it could be worth more to collectors. In fact, a high-grade 1987 no-mint mark penny can fetch a higher price if it is certified by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. The grading process evaluates the strike, luster, and overall appearance of the coin, which can significantly impact its value. Another factor that could make your 1987 no-mint mark penny more valuable is if it has any errors or unique features. Coin errors happen during the minting process and can include things like double dies, off-center strikes, or other unusual markings. These errors are considered rare and collectible, which can increase the value of the coin. For example, a 1987 Lincoln penny with a noticeable double die error on the date or the lettering could be worth hundreds of dollars, depending on the severity of the error and the condition of the coin. Let's talk about the market value of a typical 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. If your coin is in circulated condition, meaning it has been used in everyday transactions and shows signs of wear, it is generally worth only its face value of 1 cent. However, if it is in uncirculated condition, it can be worth a bit more. Uncirculated coins that are graded in the mint state range of 60 to 65 could be worth around 10 to 20 cents. Coins that are graded higher, especially those in mint state 67 or 68, can be worth between $5 to $10 or even more at auction, depending on demand. If you are lucky enough to have a 1987 no mint mark penny with an error, the value could be significantly higher. For example, certain double die errors on the obverse or reverse side of the coin can sell for $50 or more depending on the visibility of the error and the coin's condition. Coins with significant errors are often sought after by collectors, which can drive up their value in the market. Now you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 1987 Lincoln penny is valuable? The first thing you should do is check the condition of the coin. If it looks shiny and new, it might be uncirculated. You can also use a magnifying glass to inspect the details for any signs of mint errors like doubling or off-center strikes. If you think your coin might be valuable, consider having it graded by a professional. This can give you an official certification that could increase the resale value if you decide to sell it. One of the best ways to sell a rare 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny is to list it on auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions. Many coin collectors are always on the lookout for rare pennies to add to their collections, and you might be surprised by how much someone is willing to pay for your coin. You can also check with local coin shops or coin shows where dealers might be interested in buying it from you. To sum up, the 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny can be worth more than just 1 cent, especially if it is in great condition or has a rare error. While most of these pennies are still only worth their face value, the right combination of factors could make your penny a collector's item worth dollars or even more. So the next time you come across a 1987 Lincoln penny, take a closer look. You might just have a valuable coin in your hands. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on rare and valuable coins. Leave a comment below if you have any questions about coin collecting or if you have a 1987 penny that you think might be worth something. We're diving into the world of rare coins, specifically the 2001 mint mark Lincoln penny. You might be thinking, it's just a regular penny. But trust me, there are certain 2001 pennies out there that could be worth much more than their face value. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves finding hidden treasures and pocket change, this video is for you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your 2001 pennies and how much they could be worth on the market. Let's get started. The 2001 mint mark Lincoln penny is part of the larger series of coins featuring Abraham Lincoln. This penny is made of copper-plated zinc and was minted by the Denver Mint, which is where the D mint mark comes from. The coin has a diameter of 19 millimeters and weighs 2.5 grams, just like most modern pennies. Now, as a regular circulation coin, the 2001 penny doesn't seem too special at first glance. It features the standard image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse shows the Union Shield, designed by Joseph Mena, which was introduced in 2010. Why are we talking about this penny? Well, there are a few specific factors that could increase its value on the market. The first thing to consider is that most 2001 pennies you come across will only be worth their face value of 1 cent. However, there are exceptions. Mint errors are one of the biggest reasons a coin's value can skyrocket. For example, you might find a 2001 penny with a misstruck design or double die. A common error is the double die variety, where the minting process causes the image of Abraham Lincoln to appear doubled or off-center. If you come across a 2001 penny with this kind of error, it could be worth significantly more. Another error to look for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to be shifted. Coins with these kinds of minting errors can sometimes fetch anywhere from $5 to $100, depending on the severity and condition of the error. The condition, or grade, of the coin plays a major role in determining its market value. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. A 2001 penny in excellent condition, with no signs of wear or damage, might be valued at more than a coin that is heavily worn. Coins in near-mint condition can fetch up to a few dollars in the right market. If you have a 2001 penny that looks shiny, well-preserved, and doesn't show signs of heavy use, it could be worth more than its face value. High-grade pennies are always in demand for collectors, and you could be sitting on a hidden gem. While the 2001 penny isn't considered rare in itself, certain factors like mint errors, low production quantities, or high demand from collectors can affect its rarity and value. However, it's important to note that most 2001D pennies are still widely available in circulation, meaning they're not going to make you a millionaire overnight. But again, it's always worth checking your collection for any signs of errors or unusual features that might make your coins stand out from the rest. Now that we know what factors contribute to a valuable 2001D penny, how do you identify one? Examine your 2001D pennies closely for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or other minting errors. The doubled die is often visible around the date, lettering, and Lincoln's features. If you see a ghosted or doubled image of Lincoln's profile or the inscription, "In God We Trust," that's a good indication you've found something special. Make sure to check the overall condition of the penny. Look for any visible scratches, discoloration, or excessive wear. Coins that have been circulated heavily are generally less valuable than those in mint or near-mint condition. You can use a magnifying glass or a coin loupe to closely inspect the details. If you think you've found a rare or valuable 2001D penny, it's always a good idea to check online marketplaces like eBay or visit local coin shops. Coin collectors love to trade, so you can get a good idea of what similar coins are selling for. So, you're probably wondering, what's the market value of my 2001D penny? Well, like we mentioned earlier, most 2001D pennies are worth only their face value, 1 cent. However, for those with mint errors or in excellent condition, the value can rise significantly. A high-quality 2001D penny in excellent condition can range from a few dollars to $5 or $10. If your penny has a mint error like the doubled die or an off-center strike, its value can increase to anywhere between $50 and $100, depending on the rarity and condition. Some highly sought-after varieties may even go for more, but this is less common. It's always best to get your coin evaluated by a professional or check recent auction results to determine its exact worth. Once you've determined the value of your 2001D penny, you might be asking, where can I sell it? There are several ways to sell rare coins. Platforms like eBay are great for selling coins to a wide audience. You can list your 2001D penny and auction it to the highest bidder, or you can set a fixed price. You can visit a local coin dealer or coin shop, where they may be able to assess your coin's value and offer to buy it from you. Be sure to shop around to get the best price. Attending a coin show is another great way to sell your valuable pennies. You'll meet other collectors and dealers who may be interested in purchasing your coin. In conclusion, while the 2001D Mintmark Lincoln penny may seem like just another penny, there are certain factors that can make it worth more than its face value. Whether it's a minting error or simply in great condition, it's worth checking your collection for any valuable pennies that could be hidden in plain sight. If you find a rare 2001D penny, it could be worth anywhere from a few dollars to a significant amount more, so make sure to do your research and get it evaluated. Thanks for watching today's video. If you learned something new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin-related content. We're diving deep into the world of Lincoln pennies, specifically focusing on the 1978 No Mintmark Lincoln penny. Now, you might think that a penny is just, well, a penny. But what if I told you that some of these pennies could actually be worth far more than just 1 cent? Let's break down everything you need to know about the 1978 No Mintmark Lincoln penny and how much it could potentially be worth on the market today. The 1978 No Mintmark Lincoln penny is part of the famous Lincoln Memorial series, which ran from 1959 until 2008. This penny features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, you'll find the classic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. These pennies were produced in large numbers, but some can be worth far more than their face value depending on their condition and any rare characteristics they might have. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1978 No Mintmark Lincoln penny. Most of these coins, in average circulation condition, are typically worth just a few cents above their face value. However, there are a few factors that could increase their value substantially. The first thing to consider is the coin's condition. If you happen to find a 1978 penny in excellent condition, often referred to as a mint state, or BU, brilliant uncirculated, you could see its value jump significantly. Coins in this condition can fetch anywhere from 25 to 50 cents, and occasionally even more, depending on the market. But wait, there's more. If you happen to find a 1978 no-min-mark penny with a rare error, you could be looking at a much higher value. Errors such as double dies, misstrikes, or off-center coins are highly sought after by collectors. These unique errors can drive the price up into the range of $10 to $50 or more, depending on how noticeable the error is and its rarity. For example, a well-known error in the 1978 no-min-mark series involves a misaligned die or a double-struck design, which makes the coin visually distinct. If you spot one of these error coins, you should definitely get it appraised by a professional, as its value could be much higher than you might expect. Another thing that affects the value of your 1978 no-min-mark Lincoln penny is the demand within the collector community. Lincoln pennies, especially those with notable errors or in exceptional condition, are always in high demand. Coin collectors love to hunt for these rarities, which helps drive up their market value. If you're serious about finding out if your 1978 no-min-mark penny is worth more than just 1 cent, I recommend taking a closer look at it under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass to check for any details that could suggest it's in mint condition or has an error. If you're unsure, you can always take it to a professional coin dealer or a numismatist for a proper appraisal. To sum it up, while most 1978 no-min-mark Lincoln pennies will be worth around their face value or slightly more, those in exceptional condition or with rare errors can be worth significantly more. The key is to keep an eye out for well-preserved examples and any unusual characteristics that could make your coin a valuable collector's item. So, next time you're going through your pocket change, take a moment to examine your pennies. You never know when you might have a hidden gem. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins like the 1978 no-min-mark Lincoln penny, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're diving deep into a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change, the 1993 no-min-mark Lincoln penny. These pennies may seem ordinary at first glance, but believe me, there are certain versions of the 1993 penny that can be worth far more than just 1 cent. Let's explore why this coin could be worth big money. First off, let's start with the basics. The 1993 no-min-mark Lincoln penny was minted in Philadelphia, and you'll notice it lacks a mint mark. That's because Philadelphia doesn't use a mint mark on its coins, unlike the Denver and San Francisco mints. Most 1993 pennies are worth their face value, which is just 1 cent. But here's where things get interesting. There are certain conditions and varieties that can make this penny stand out and boost its value. Let's talk about the condition of the coin. Coin collectors always look for high-quality examples of coins. The 1993 no-min-mark penny in uncirculated condition can be worth significantly more than 1 cent. A penny that has been well preserved, with no scratches, tarnish, or wear, could fetch anywhere from a few dollars up to around $5 or $10. This is especially true if the coin has been preserved in a way that prevents it from losing its shiny luster. These uncirculated pennies are often referred to as mint state coins. Next, let's look at rare errors that can increase the value of your 1993 penny. Error coins are always in demand among collectors because they're so hard to find. If you come across a 1993 penny with an unusual error, such as a double die, misaligned strike, or off-center strike, it could be worth much more. A 1993 no-min-mark penny with a double die or another noticeable error could fetch anywhere from $20 to $100, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. These types of errors make your coin unique and significantly more valuable. Speaking of errors, another thing to keep an eye out for is the 1993 penny with a variety of reverse designs. While most of the 1993 pennies will have the typical Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, some might have different characteristics due to slight variations in the die used for the minting process. While these variations are rare, they can increase the value of your coin. Now, let's talk about how to identify a 1993 penny in good condition. When inspecting your penny, first take a look at the surface. Look for a coin that doesn't have too many scratches, dents, or signs of heavy wear. A coin that is in almost mint condition will have a shiny, smooth surface, and a clear design. A great way to check the condition is to hold it under a light. If the penny has a glossy shine, you're likely looking at an uncirculated coin. The more perfect the condition, the more it's worth. To get an accurate value for your 1993 no mint Lincoln penny, it's best to get it appraised by a professional coin grader. A professional can tell you the exact grade of your coin, and this will give you a better idea of its market value. If you have a rare error or variety, your penny could be worth much more than you expect. Before you rush off to search your coin collection, it's important to remember that most 1993 pennies won't be worth more than face value. But if you happen to have one in mint condition or with an error, you could be sitting on a valuable find. In conclusion, while most 1993 no mint Lincoln pennies won't make you rich, there are exceptions to this rule. Whether you have an uncirculated coin or one with a rare error, these pennies could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. So, next time you're going through your change, be sure to take a close look at any 1993 pennies. You never know when you might find a hidden gem. If you have any of these valuable pennies or any other rare coins, make sure to get them checked out by a professional. You might just be sitting on a small fortune. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might be interested in rare coins. Hello everyone, welcome back to our Big Coins dealer. Today, we're diving into the world of coin collecting to talk about a modern coin that many of you might have in your pocket change right now. That's right, we're focusing on the 2020 Lincoln penny. Stick around because you might just discover that a seemingly ordinary coin could be worth more than just 1 cent. The 2020 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark on the front of the coin, just below the date. The Lincoln penny, or Lincoln cent, has been a staple of American currency since 1909, featuring the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. The reverse design has gone through several changes over the years, and in 2020, the penny continued to feature the Union Shield design, which was first introduced in 2010. This shield design symbolizes President Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single, united country. Now, let's talk numbers. In 2020, the Denver Mint produced over 3 billion of these pennies. So, you might be wondering, how could such a common coin be worth more than its face value? Well, the answer lies in coin collecting factors such as rarity, condition, and errors. Coins that have unique characteristics or are in exceptional condition can sell for much more than their face value. First, let's talk about the condition of the coin. Collectors use a grading system to determine a coin's value, with the top condition being MS70, which stands for Mint State 70. A coin graded MS70 is considered flawless under 5x magnification. For the 2020 Lincoln penny, if you happen to find one in MS68 condition or higher, you could be looking at a coin worth around $5 to $10, or possibly even more. It might not sound like a lot, but remember, this is for a penny that's only worth 1 cent in everyday transactions. Now, let's dive into the world of error coins. Coin errors are mistakes made during the minting process, and they can significantly increase a coin's value to collectors. For the 2020 Lincoln penny, some of the errors that collectors are looking for include off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks. Let's break these down a bit. An off-center strike occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, resulting in part of the design being missing. The more off-center the strike, the higher its value. Next, a double die error happens when the coin is struck twice by the die, resulting in a doubling effect on the letters or numbers. A 2020 Lincoln penny with a noticeable double die could be worth $50 or more, depending on the severity and clarity of the doubling. Another error to look out for is a die crack, which appears as a raised line on the coin where the die has cracked during the minting process. While these errors are less common, they can still fetch a nice premium from collectors. Coins with significant die cracks can be worth $10 to $30 or more, depending on the size and location of the crack. So, if you have a 2020 Lincoln penny, especially one that looks unusual or is in pristine condition, it might be worth taking a closer look. Even minor imperfections that are considered errors can increase the value of your coin significantly. It's worth noting that if you think you have a valuable penny, it's best to have it professionally graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and assess the condition of your coin, which can boost its market value. But what about recent sales? Let's take a look at what's happening in the coin market. A quick search shows that some 2020 pennies in high mint state grades have sold for over $100 at auction. And believe it or not, some of these coins sold for as much as $200 if they were graded at MS69 or had significant error features. Now, you might be wondering how you can get your hands on one of these valuable pennies. The best part is that you don't have to look far. You can find these coins in your pocket change, coin rolls from the bank, or even those old coin jars you have sitting at home. Searching through change for valuable coins is an exciting hobby that doesn't require a big investment. And you never know what treasure you might find. So, what should you do if you find a 2020 penny that looks like it could be worth something? First, handle it carefully. Use gloves if possible to avoid fingerprints, and place it in a protective case to prevent further wear and tear. If you're serious about selling it, consider getting it graded. Even if you don't want to spend the money on grading, you can still sell it on online platforms like eBay, where collectors are actively searching for these coins. In conclusion, while the 2020 Lincoln penny is a common coin, there are opportunities to find one that's worth much more than its face value. Whether it's a rare error, a high-grade specimen, or simply an interesting piece of modern American history, these coins can be a fantastic find for collectors and hobbyists alike. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin videos. Have you found any interesting 2020 pennies in your change? Let us know in the comments below. We're diving into a coin that you might just have sitting in your pocket or coin jar right now, the 1979 Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary penny could actually be worth more than its face value if you know what to look for. So, if you're ready to discover if you have a hidden treasure in your collection, stick around because we're about to explore everything you need to know about the 1979 Lincoln penny and its market value. Let's start with some background. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation since 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, there have been numerous variations and changes to the design and minting process, making certain years and mint marks more valuable than others. The 1979 penny is one of those coins that collectors are eager to find, especially in pristine condition. First, let's talk about the mint mark. The D on the 1979 Lincoln penny stands for the Denver Mint, where this particular coin was produced. Coins from different mints can have varying values, and the mint mark can be found just below the date on the obverse side of the penny. The Denver Mint is known for producing billions of pennies each year, but not all of them are created equal. Some have unique characteristics that make them stand out, which can increase their value significantly. One of the most important factors when it comes to determining the value of any coin is its condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with MS standing for mint state, which is the highest grade. If you have a 1979 Lincoln penny in mint state condition, you're in luck. These coins can fetch a much higher price than those that have been circulated and show signs of wear and tear. Now, you might be wondering, what makes some 1979 pennies worth more than others? The answer lies in rare errors and variations that can occur during the minting process. Some of the most valuable 1979 pennies have errors like double die obverse, where the lettering or design appears doubled due to a misalignment in the die used to strike the coin. This kind of error can make your penny worth significantly more than its face value. If you think you have a double die penny, take a close look at the date and the word Liberty on the coin. A magnifying glass or a microscope can help you see these details more clearly. Another variation to look out for is the filled mint mark error. Sometimes the D mint mark can appear filled or blurred due to excessive grease during the minting process. This error can also increase the coin's value among collectors looking for unique pieces to add to their collections. So, How much can a 1979 Lincoln penny be worth? In circulated condition, where the coin shows some signs of wear, the value typically remains close to its face value of 1 cent. However, if you have an uncirculated penny in mint state condition, you could be looking at a value ranging from a few dollars to over $20, depending on the grade. And if you happen to find one of those rare era coins, the value can go even higher. For example, a 1979 penny with a double die error in a high mint state can sell for upwards of $50 or more at auction. You might be wondering how to determine the value of your 1979 penny. If you think you have a coin that could be worth more than just a penny, the best thing you can do is have it professionally graded. Companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service, known as PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can provide an official grade for your coin, which can significantly increase its value to collectors. If you're not ready to invest in professional grading just yet, there are still ways you can check the value of your 1979 penny. Start by looking online at auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions to see what similar coins are selling for. This can give you a rough idea of the market value. Keep in mind that prices can vary based on demand, rarity, and condition, so it's always best to do your research before making any sales or purchases. So, should you start searching your change for a 1979 Lincoln penny? Absolutely. While not every penny from this year will be worth more than face value, it never hurts to check. You might just find that rare era coin that's been hiding in your pocket change all along. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap. The 1979 Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, is a coin that every collector should keep an eye out for. Its value depends on factors like condition, errors, and rarity. While most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, those in mint state condition or with rare errors can be worth much more. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the thrill of finding a valuable coin is one of the best parts of the hobby. Thanks for joining us today as we explored the potential hidden value of the 1979 Lincoln penny. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting tips and discoveries. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We have something special to share with you. We're diving deep into a coin you might have in your pocket right now, the 2000 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. That's right, this simple 1 cent coin might be worth more than you think. Stick around to learn everything you need to know about this coin, what makes it valuable, and how you can spot one that could be worth significantly more than face value. Let's start with a bit of history. The 2000 Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, was the last year it featured the Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse before it changed to the Lincoln Bicentennial Series in 2009. This penny was minted in large quantities, but what sets some of these coins apart is the absence of a mint mark. The absence of a mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. While Philadelphia pennies are generally common, there are some special varieties that can make your 2000 no-mint mark penny worth more than just 1 cent now. You might be wondering what exactly you should look for. Let's get into it. The first factor that could increase the value of your 2000 no-mint mark penny is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and the better condition your coin is in, the higher its value. If you have a penny that looks shiny and almost new, with little to no scratches or wear, it could be in mint state condition. Coins in this top condition can fetch a premium price, especially if they've been well preserved over the years. For a 2000 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in mint state condition, you might be looking at a value between a few dollars to as much as $50 or more depending on the buyer and current market demand. Next up, let's talk about errors. Error coins are a big deal in the coin collecting world. They occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, resulting in coins that look different from the standard issue. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rare mistakes because they're considered unique and can be quite valuable. So, if you happen to have a 2000 no-mint mark penny with a noticeable error, its value could skyrocket. One common type of error to look out for is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice, causing a doubling effect on certain parts of the design, such as the date, letters, or Lincoln's face. If you spot any doubling, especially on the obverse side where the date and the words "In God We Trust" appear, then you might have struck gold. A 2000 Lincoln penny with a significant double die error could fetch anywhere from $50 to several $100 depending on the severity of the error and its visibility. Another valuable error to look for is the off-center strike. This error occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, resulting in part of the design being cut off. Off-center errors can range from minor to severe, with more extreme cases being more valuable. If you have a 2000 no-mint mark penny that looks off-center, it could be worth anywhere from a few dollars to over $100 depending on how much of the design is missing. You should also be on the lookout for any die cracks or cuds. Die cracks are lines that appear on the coin's surface due to a cracked die, while cuds are raised, unstruck areas on the coin caused by a broken die. These types of errors are less common but can add significant value to a 2000 no-mint mark penny. A coin with noticeable die cracks or cuds might sell for $10 to $50 or even more depending on the size and location of the error. Now, let's talk about how you can find these valuable pennies. The best place to start is with the pennies you already have. Check your change, look through old piggy banks, or maybe even ask friends and family if they have any old pennies lying around. Make sure to examine each coin closely using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, as some errors can be quite small and easy to miss with the naked eye. If you're serious about coin collecting, consider investing in a coin book or album to store your finds. This can help preserve the condition of your coins, which is crucial if you're hoping to sell them in the future. Speaking of selling, you might be wondering where you can sell a valuable 2000 no-mint mark penny. There are several options, including online marketplaces like eBay or Etsy, coin shows, or even local coin shops. However, it's always a good idea to get your coin professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC to maximize its value. Having a certified grade can reassure buyers and help you get the best price possible. Before we wrap up, let's quickly discuss some frequently asked questions. You might wonder if all 2000 no-mint mark pennies are worth more than 1 cent. The answer is no, most of them are just worth their face value. The key is finding one in excellent condition or with a unique error. Additionally, some people ask if they should clean their coins to make them look nicer. The answer is a big no. Cleaning a coin can actually decrease its value, especially if it's done improperly. Collectors value originality, so it's best to leave your coins in their natural state. To summarize, the 2000 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can be worth more than 1 cent. Especially if it's in pristine condition or has a rare error. Keep an eye out for double die errors, off-center strikes, die cracks, and cuds. These are the factors that can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's treasure. And there you have it, folks. That's everything you need to know about the 2000 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Make sure to check your change because you never know what you might find. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below letting us know if you've ever found a valuable coin. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on rare and valuable coins that could be hiding right under your nose. We're diving into the world of rare coins to uncover the secrets behind a seemingly ordinary penny that could be worth more than you think. Yes, we're talking about the 1972 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. If you have one of these coins sitting in your collection or even in your pocket change, you might want to stick around. You could be holding a hidden gem worth quite a bit more than just 1 cent. So let's explore the fascinating details of the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and its market value. First, let's talk about the basics of the 1972 Lincoln penny. These pennies were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why they do not have a mint mark. Unlike pennies from the Denver or San Francisco mints, which bear a D or S mint mark, coins from the Philadelphia Mint were traditionally left without any identifying letter. In 1972, millions of these coins were produced, but not all of them are created equal. Some special varieties and errors can make certain 1972 pennies highly valuable. The most famous and sought-after variety of the 1972 Lincoln penny is the double-dyed verse, often abbreviated as DDO. What does that mean? Simply put, a double die error occurs when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, resulting in a doubled image on one side of the coin. For the 1972 Lincoln penny, this doubling can be clearly seen on the obverse or front side of the coin, particularly in the inscriptions like Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date 1972. The doubling effect makes the letters and numbers look as though they have a shadow, giving the coin a unique and eye-catching appearance. Now, if you happen to have a 1972 Lincoln penny with this doubled die error, congratulations. It could be worth significantly more than just 1 cent depending on its condition. These pennies can fetch anywhere from a few $100s to several $1,000s at auction. In fact, some of the finest examples in uncirculated condition have been known to sell for as high as $2,000 to $3,000. Imagine turning a 1 cent coin into a couple of $1,000s. What a fantastic return on investment. But how do you know if you have one of these valuable double die pennies? The key is to look closely at the coin, especially the details on the obverse side. You can use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine the inscriptions for any signs of doubling. The letters should appear thickened or have a noticeable shadow effect. If you spot this doubling, then you might be in possession of a rare and valuable piece. However, it's important to note that not all 1972 pennies with no mint mark are double die varieties. The majority of these coins are standard, without any doubling, and therefore only worth their face value of 1 cent. But even if your coin does not have the doubling, it can still hold some value, especially if it's in mint condition. A 1972 Lincoln penny in pristine condition with a sharp strike, good luster, and no visible wear could still be worth a few dollars to collectors who are looking for high-grade examples. Let's talk about grading. The value of any coin, including the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, largely depends on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin that shows no signs of wear and tear. For the 1972 Lincoln penny, grades above MS-60, which stands for mint state, are particularly desirable. Coins in grades like MS-65 or MS-66 can command higher prices due to their exceptional quality. You might be wondering where you can sell a 1972 Lincoln penny if you find one with a double die error or in exceptional condition. Well, there are several options. You can consider selling it at coin shows, through online auction sites like eBay, or even at reputable coin shops. Just be sure to have your coin professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Having a professional certification can significantly increase the coin's value and make it easier to sell. Aside from the double die error, there are a few other things to look out for in your 1972 Lincoln penny. Keep an eye out for other minting errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or even coins struck on different planchets. These types of errors can also add value to your coin, sometimes even turning a regular penny into a highly collectible piece. So, to sum it all up, the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny may seem like just another penny, but it has the potential to be worth much more if you have the right variety, or an error coin. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves the thrill of discovering hidden treasures, it's worth taking a closer look at your loose change. You never know, you might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Thank you for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed learning about the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and how it could be worth far more than face value. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more coin collecting tips and discoveries. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Leave us a comment below if you have any questions or if you found any valuable pennies yourself. We'd love to hear your stories. We're diving into the world of rare and valuable coins, specifically focusing on the 1971 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. You might have one of these hidden in your pocket change or stashed away in a jar, and you'll want to stick around to learn why this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth more than just 1 cent. Let's uncover the secrets behind this coin and find out its market value. First, let's break down the basics. The 1971 Lincoln penny, like most pennies minted between 1959 and 1982, was made primarily of copper. These coins consist of 95% copper and 5% zinc, making them heavier than modern pennies, which are made mostly of zinc with a thin copper coating. The copper content alone makes older pennies more interesting for collectors. But there's something special about the 1971 Lincoln penny, especially when it doesn't have a mint mark. You may be wondering, what exactly does it mean if a penny has no mint mark? Well, in the world of coin collecting, the mint mark is a small letter that tells you where the coin was produced. For example, a penny with a D mint mark was made in Denver, while an S mint mark indicates it was produced in San Francisco. However, if you find a penny with no mint mark at all, it means it was minted in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Mint produced billions of these pennies, so they are not particularly rare at first glance. But here's where it gets interesting. The value of a 1971 no mint mark penny depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and any unique errors it might have. Coins that are in excellent condition, or what collectors call uncirculated, can fetch a higher price than those that are worn or damaged. Uncirculated 1971 pennies can be worth anywhere from a few cents above face value to a few dollars, depending on their condition. But some rare variations or era coins have been known to sell for much more. One key factor that can increase the value of your 1971 penny is its grade. Coin grading is a system used to determine the condition of a coin, ranging from poor to perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. If you have a 1971 penny in pristine condition, graded as MS65 or higher by a professional coin grading service, it could be worth significantly more than a regular circulated penny. For example, some uncirculated 1971 pennies with a high grade have sold for over $10, and in some rare cases, even upwards of $50. But what really excites collectors are error coins. An error coin is one that was struck with a mistake during the minting process, making it unique and valuable. Some 1971 Lincoln pennies have been found with errors such as doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors can dramatically increase the value of your coin. A 1971 penny with a significant error could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. If you happen to have one of these error coins, you might be holding on to a small fortune. So, how can you tell if your 1971 penny is worth more than just 1 cent? Start by examining the coin closely. Look for any signs of doubling, especially on the words, "Liberty in God We Trust," or the date, 1971. Doubling means that the letters or numbers appear to be slightly overlapping, as if they were stamped twice. This type of error is known as a double die, and can increase the value of your coin. Also, check for any unusual marks, such as off-center strikes or die cracks, which are lines that appear on the surface of the coin due to a damaged die. Next, consider the overall condition of your penny. If it looks shiny and new, with minimal scratches or wear, it may be worth getting it professionally graded. A high-grade 1971 penny in mint condition could be worth adding to your collection or selling to a coin dealer or at auction for a nice profit. But even if you don't find any errors, don't be too quick to dismiss your 1971 no mint mark penny. Some collectors are willing to pay a premium for pennies with a beautiful natural red tone or those that have developed a unique patina over the years. The aesthetic appeal of a coin can sometimes add to its value, especially if you find a collector who appreciates its beauty. Now, where can you sell your valuable 1971 pennies? There are several options. You can take them to a local coin dealer, list them on online auction sites like eBay, or even submit them to a professional auction house if you believe your coin is exceptionally rare. Keep in mind that if you choose to sell online, high-quality photos and a detailed description can help attract more buyers and increase the final selling price. In conclusion, while most 1971 no mint mark Lincoln pennies are worth just their face value of 1 cent, certain factors like high-grade condition and unique minting errors can significantly increase their market value. It's always worth checking your spare change and old coin jars. You never know when you might stumble upon a valuable treasure hiding in plain sight. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this content and want to learn more about valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin in your collection, or if you have any questions about coin collecting. We're diving into a fascinating coin that you might have in your pocket change or coin jar right now, the 1992 D Lincoln penny with the Denver Mint mark. This coin might appear ordinary at first glance, but don't be fooled. Some of these pennies could be worth more than their face value, potentially turning a simple penny into a valuable collectible. So stick around as we explore everything you need to know about this hidden treasure. First, let's talk about the basics of the 1992 D Lincoln penny. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark just below the date on the obverse side. The 1992 penny features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse side showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was used from 1959 to 2008. This series of Lincoln Memorial pennies is a staple of American coinage, but there are some unique factors that make the 1992 D penny particularly interesting for collectors. So, what makes this coin special, and why should you be paying close attention to the ones you find? Well, like many coins, the value of a 1992 D Lincoln penny can vary widely based on factors such as its condition, rarity, and any possible errors or varieties. The 1992 D penny is typically made from a zinc core with a thin copper plating, which was standard for pennies starting in 1982. However, there's a particular variety of this coin that could be worth significantly more than its face value. Now, let's dive into one of the most sought-after varieties that collectors are looking for, the 1992 D Close AM Lincoln penny. Normally, on the reverse side of the Lincoln penny, you'll notice the letters A and M in the word America are spaced slightly apart. However, on the rare Close AM variety, the letters are almost touching. This close spacing is not typical for pennies minted in 1992, making it an error that's highly desirable among collectors. So, how did this Close AM variety come to exist? It is believed that this error was caused by the mint accidentally using a reverse die intended for proof coins, which have the Close AM design. This mistake resulted in a limited number of 1992 D pennies being struck with this unique feature. Because of this rarity, the 1992 D Close AM penny has become one of the most sought-after varieties in modern U.S. coinage. If you're wondering how much these coins are worth, let's talk about market value. While a typical 1992 D Lincoln penny in circulated condition is only worth its face value of 1 cent, the Close AM variety can be worth a substantial amount. In lower grades, the 1992 D Close AM penny can be valued anywhere from a few $100s to several $1,000s depending on its condition. In fact, some of the highest graded examples have been known to sell for over $10,000 at auction. That's right, a single penny could be worth more than 10,000 times its face value just because of this rare error. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare Close AM pennies in your collection? It's simple. All you need is a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to take a closer look at the letters A and M in America on the reverse side of your 1992 D penny. If the letters are close together, almost touching, you could be looking at a highly valuable coin. However, if there is a noticeable gap between the two letters, then it is the more common wide AM version, which does not carry the same premium. While the Close AM variety is the most famous, it's also worth examining other aspects of your 1992 D Lincoln penny. Coins with a strong strike, minimal wear, and bright luster can be more valuable, especially if they grade higher on the Sheldon scale used by professional grading services. A high-grade example without the Close AM error can still fetch a premium over face value if it is in exceptional condition. You might be wondering where to find these coins. The good news is that 1992 D pennies are still widely available in circulation, so be sure to check your spare change, old piggy banks, or even rolls of pennies from the bank. If you're lucky, you might come across one of these rare Close AM varieties. Remember, coin roll hunting can be a fun and exciting hobby, and you never know what treasures you might find. If you do happen to find a 1992 D Close AM penny, the next step is to get it professionally graded. Grading can significantly affect the value of your coin, especially if it's in uncirculated or mint state condition. Sending your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC can help you authenticate its value and ensure that you get the best price if you decide to sell. In conclusion, the 1992 D Lincoln penny may seem like just another ordinary coin, but the potential for discovering a rare close AM variety makes it worth a second look. These rare pennies are a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. So go through your change, inspect those pennies carefully, and who knows? You might just find a coin worth thousands of dollars. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow coin collectors, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on rare and valuable coins. We're going to dive into a fascinating topic for all coin enthusiasts: the 1994 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny and its potential market value. If you're holding on to one of these pennies, you may have something more valuable than you think. First, let's talk about what makes the 1994 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny special. The mint mark, which is typically located on the obverse side of the coin, is an important feature that helps collectors identify where the coin was produced. In 1994, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at two main facilities: the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. While coins minted in Denver will have a D mint mark, those produced in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark at all. This is where the 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny comes into play. For most coins from the 1994 series, they're not typically worth much more than face value. However, there are certain factors that could make your 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny more valuable than just 1 cent. Condition is the key here. Most pennies from 1994 are common and circulate widely, but some may have unique characteristics, such as minting errors or better preservation, which could drastically increase their value. For instance, coins that are in uncirculated condition, meaning they have no signs of wear or damage, are much more valuable to collectors. Uncirculated 1994 no mint mark Lincoln pennies can be worth anywhere from a couple of dollars to several times that, depending on the quality and the current demand in the market. If you happen to find one of these coins with exceptional quality, such as a full, sharp strike and no discoloration, it could be worth up to $5 or even higher. Another reason why some 1994 no mint mark pennies could fetch a higher price is if they have been certified by a reputable grading company. When you submit your coin for grading, it gets evaluated for its condition, and this grade can significantly impact its market value. Coins that receive a grade of MS65 or higher, for example, are in great demand, and their price can increase by a large margin. But what about error coins? Yes, there are always possibilities with rare errors that could make your 1994 penny worth a lot more than its typical counterpart. Common errors on pennies from this era include double dies or off-center strikes. If you think your 1994 no mint mark penny may have a unique error, it's worth having it professionally examined. Error coins tend to fetch higher prices, sometimes even in the range of hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and the specific error. In the current market, a typical 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny in circulated condition is worth close to its face value, perhaps up to 10 cents or 50 cents for well-preserved examples. Uncirculated or high-grade examples can be worth a few dollars, and rare minting errors may push the value much higher. However, you should always be cautious and do some research or consult with a coin expert to make sure you're getting the most accurate value for your coin. If you come across a 1994 no mint mark penny, it's definitely worth holding on to for a while to see if its value increases over time, as the world of coin collecting can be unpredictable and exciting. That's it for today's video. We hope this information helps you in your coin collecting journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin-related content. Also, if you have any rare coins or pennies you're curious about, let us know in the comments, and we'll be happy to take a closer look. We're going to dive into one of the most common coins that you might come across in your pocket change, the 1992 D mint mark Lincoln penny. You might be thinking, is this penny really worth anything special? Well, stick around because we're going to break down its value, what makes it potentially valuable, and how much it could be worth in today's market. First, let's cover some of the basics about the 1992 D Lincoln penny. The D mint mark means this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is one of the main mints responsible for producing U.S. coins. The 1992 D penny was minted in large numbers, and like many other pennies, it was produced to be used in everyday transactions. So, most 1992 D pennies you come across are not going to be worth much more than their face value of 1 cent. However, that doesn't mean you should throw away all your 1992 D pennies just yet. There are specific factors that can increase the value of this penny, and we're about to get into that right now. Let's first talk about the general characteristics of the 1992 D penny. The design on the reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, which has been a staple of the penny since the 1950s. The obverse shows the profile of Abraham Lincoln, as designed by Victor David Brenner. The 1992 D penny is made from copper-plated zinc, which was standard for pennies minted from 1982 onward. The 1992 D penny comes in several conditions, ranging from those in circulation to ones that have been well preserved or even uncirculated. The condition of a penny is one of the most important factors that affect its value. Now, let's get into the factors that can influence the value of the 1992 D penny. While the 1992 D penny was minted in massive quantities, some coins may have been struck with errors. Minting errors are some of the rarest and most valuable types of coins you can find. If your 1992 D penny has a noticeable error, such as a doubled die or a misshaped mint mark, this could significantly increase its value. For example, the famous 1992 D close AM penny is one of the most sought-after varieties of the 1992 D. In this error, the A and M in America on the reverse are closer together than usual. The regular version has more space between these letters. If you have a 1992 D close AM penny, it could be worth much more than its face value, potentially hundreds of dollars depending on its condition. As with any coin, the condition plays a big role in determining value. Pennies that are worn down from years of use will be worth less than those that have been well preserved or kept in pristine condition. Coins that are in uncirculated condition, never used in circulation, can fetch a premium price. You'll want to check the surface of the penny for signs of wear or damage, as this can affect its marketability. Grading is an important aspect of coin collecting. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A higher grade means the coin is in better condition, and it is usually worth more. A 1992 D penny in a higher grade, like MS65 or above, could command a higher price than one in lower grades. So, how much is the 1992 D penny worth in today's market? Well, the value of a regular 1992 D penny in average circulated condition is typically around 1 cent, its face value. However, if you have a penny in uncirculated condition or one with a minting error, the price could range anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s or more. For instance, a 1992 D close AM penny in uncirculated condition could be worth around $500 or even more, depending on the specific grade. Coins with minting errors or in pristine condition are always highly sought after by collectors, so if you happen to find one of these rare versions, you could be looking at a significant payout. If you think you have a rare 1992 D penny, or you just want to get an appraisal of your coin, it's important to take it to a reputable coin dealer or have it professionally graded by a service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations can help determine the exact value of your coin and give it an official grade that will help when selling or trading it. You can also check online auction sites like eBay to see what similar coins are selling for. Just be sure to compare coins in similar condition and with similar characteristics to get an accurate idea of the value. So, while the 1992 D Lincoln penny is not worth much in most cases, it could have some hidden value if it has a minting error or is in excellent condition. If you're lucky enough to find a 1992 D penny with a rare error or in uncirculated condition, it could be worth far more than just 1 cent. Keep an eye out for the 1992 D close AM variety, and always check the condition of your coins, because you never know when you might come across a hidden gem. We're diving into one of the most iconic pennies in U.S. history, the 1964 D Lincoln penny. While you may think this coin is just another piece of pocket change, you might be surprised by its true market value and the incredible opportunities it presents for collectors. So, let's get started and see why the 1964D Lincoln penny is more valuable than you might think. The 1964D penny is a part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which was minted from 1959 to 2008. The D mint mark on the coin stands for the Denver Mint, where it was produced in large quantities. This particular penny is made of 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc. If you've seen a 1964D penny, you've likely noticed its classic copper appearance and the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Now, you may be wondering, why is a coin from 1964, a year that's not particularly old compared to many other rare coins, worth anything beyond its face value? The key to understanding the value of the 1964D penny lies in its rarity and demand. While millions of these coins were minted, the market for them is driven by factors such as coin condition, misprints, and how they're graded by experts. Coins that are well preserved or have unique characteristics tend to have a much higher value than their face value. So, what makes a 1964D penny more valuable than just 1 cent? One of the biggest factors that influence the value of any coin is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P, to mint state, MS 70, with coins graded as MS 65 or higher considered in excellent condition. The 1964D Lincoln penny is no exception. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1964D penny in MS 65 or higher can fetch anywhere from $1 to $5. While this may not seem like much at first, it's important to note that coins in pristine condition, with no visible wear, scratches, or discoloration, are rare to find, which is why they can command such a premium price. But that's not all. If a 1964D penny is graded even higher, say an MS 67 or MS 68, its value can significantly increase. These higher grade coins can sell for $10 to $20 or more, depending on the market demand at the time. While most 1964D pennies are fairly common, there are a few unique varieties that can increase the value. One of these is the double die variety, which occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, creating a doubled image. Although the 1964D double die is not as famous as some other double die varieties like the 1955 double die, there are still a few examples in circulation. If you happen to find one of these rare double die coins, you could potentially see its value skyrocket to $100 or even more, depending on the condition. Another factor to consider is the coin's color. Some 1964D pennies exhibit a rich, reddish-brown patina due to the copper content, which can also add to the coin's appeal to collectors. If you've got a 1964D penny, and you think it might be worth more than its face value, the first step is to carefully examine its condition. Look for any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, as these factors will affect its grade. Coins with the least amount of wear and the most defined features tend to be the most valuable. Next, consider getting the coin professionally graded by a reputable service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations can accurately assess your coin's condition and assign it a grade, which will help determine its market value. Once you've determined that your 1964D penny is worth more than face value, you may be wondering where to sell it. There are several options for selling rare coins, including online coin marketplaces like eBay, where you can auction your coin to the highest bidder, coin shops and dealers, who may offer to buy your coin at a fair price, numismatic auctions, where rare and valuable coins are often sold to collectors willing to pay top dollar. When selling your 1964D penny, it's important to do your research and make sure you're getting a fair price. Always compare prices for similar coins and be cautious of scams or lowball offers. So, there you have it. While the 1964D Lincoln penny may not be as rare as some other coins, it still holds value, especially if it's in great condition or has unique features like the double die variety. If you have one in your collection, it could be worth more than just 1 cent. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin tips, values, and rare finds. Who knows? We're diving deep into the 1969D Lincoln penny, a coin that holds significant interest for collectors, especially because of its potential value in the market. You might have one sitting in your pocket change right now that could be worth much more than its face value. So, let's get started and explore what makes the 1969D penny special and how much it could be worth today. The 1969D Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, is one of the many pennies from the 1960s that collectors are keeping a close eye on. The coin itself looks just like any other Lincoln penny at first glance, but there's more to it than meets the eye. The most crucial thing to know is that the value of this penny can vary depending on its condition, rarity, and specific characteristics. Let's start with the basics. The 1969D penny was produced during a time when the US government was minting billions of pennies to meet the country's demand for coins. However, this particular year is sought after because of its potential for having errors, like doubling, or for being in excellent condition. The majority of 1969D pennies in circulation today are in average condition, and most of them are only worth their face value of 1 cent. But there are exceptions, and in those cases, you could be holding on to a coin that's worth far more than you'd expect. One of the key reasons that the 1969D Lincoln penny is valuable is the potential for a rare error, such as the famous 1969 double-die penny. While the S mint mark refers to the San Francisco Mint, the 1969D penny can also display some fascinating errors, though they're much rarer. These errors, which involve double strikes or overlapping images on the obverse or reverse, can significantly increase a coin's value. Now, let's talk about the grading system because it's important to understand how the condition of your 1969D penny can affect its worth. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. With 70 being a perfect coin with no imperfections. Most of the 1969D pennies you find in circulation will fall somewhere in the lower grades, meaning they'll be worth only a few cents or possibly up to $1 if they're in decent condition. However, if you manage to find a 1969D penny that's in mint state or is part of a rare error, you could be looking at a much higher value. In terms of market value, uncirculated 1969D pennies can range from $1 to $5, depending on their quality. If your penny has been preserved in near-perfect condition, you might even see it selling for more in the right market. If you happen to have one with a noticeable error or doubling, then the value could easily rise to $50 or even more. Some of the most prized 1969D pennies, particularly those with strong double-die features, have been sold at auction for hundreds of dollars. To give you a better idea of what these coins can fetch, here's a breakdown of their typical market value based on condition. 1. Circulated coins, good to very fine. These coins, which show signs of wear from being in circulation, are usually worth around 1 to 5 cents, but they can fetch more if they're in better condition. 2. Uncirculated coins, mint state. If your 1969D penny is uncirculated and has been well preserved, it could be worth between $1 and $5 or more. 3. Coins with errors, doubling, misstrikes. If you're lucky enough to have a 1969D penny with a notable error, such as the double-die variety, the price can go up significantly. These can be worth anywhere from $50 to $100 or more, depending on the error's clarity and rarity. It's important to note that coins with higher demand and rare characteristics are often sold to collectors or investors through auctions, coin dealers, or online marketplaces. The key to maximizing the value of your 1969D penny is getting it properly appraised. If you're unsure about your coin's authenticity or rarity, it's always a good idea to consult with a professional coin grader or visit a local coin shop. Now that you know a bit about the 1969D Lincoln penny and how much it could be worth, here are some tips on how to spot a valuable one. Look for mint condition. As with any coin, the better the condition, the higher the value. If your penny is well preserved, it could be worth more. Check for errors. Keep an eye out for double dies or other striking errors. The most famous example is the 1969 double die, but a similar error on the 1969D could make your coin significantly more valuable. Consult with experts. If you think you have a rare penny, don't hesitate to get it graded by a professional. Grading can help you determine its true market value. To wrap up, the 1969D Lincoln penny, like many coins from the 1960s, may not always be worth a fortune, but with the right condition or rare error, it can become a hidden gem in your collection. So, keep an eye on your pennies. You never know when you might find a rare coin that could be worth more than just pocket change. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting tips, valuable coin discoveries, and market insights. We're going to dive into the 2008 Lincoln penny, particularly focusing on those with no min mark. Are these pennies really worth money? Is there something special about them? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the 2008 Lincoln penny's basic details. The penny features the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which has been a staple since 1959. But 2008 marked an interesting year for collectors because the United States Mint was busy releasing special designs for the Lincoln Cent's 200th birthday. The 2008 penny comes in several varieties, and if you're looking for the one with no mint mark, that means your coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The mint mark, a small letter signifying the mint where the coin was made, would typically appear on coins struck at either the Denver or San Francisco mints. But if your coin has no mint mark, it's from Philadelphia. In 2008, the U.S. Mint began its series of 4 different designs for the reverse of the Lincoln Cent to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The first of these designs, which was released in 2009 but began in 2008, depicts a very youthful image of Lincoln, reflective of his early years, particularly symbolizing his rise from humble beginnings. While these design changes don't necessarily make the penny rare, they certainly bring a lot of historical and collector interest. However, one of the most important aspects of the 2008 penny is whether it has any errors, which could make it more valuable. So, is your 2008 no min mark Lincoln penny worth a lot? To be honest, in terms of general circulation, these pennies typically don't fetch a high price. The value of a regular 2008 penny is very close to its face value, which is 1 cent, but here's where things get interesting. Coin collectors know that even seemingly common coins can have a higher value if they feature rare errors or unique characteristics. For example, a 2008 penny with a double die error could be worth much more than just a penny. This error occurs when the coin's design was struck more than once, creating a doubling effect that's visible to the naked eye. If you find a 2008 penny with such an error, it could be worth several dollars depending on the severity of the error and its condition. Additionally, if your 2008 penny is in perfect, uncirculated condition, it may be worth more to collectors. A well-preserved, mint-condition 2008 penny could sell for anywhere from 10 to 50 cents, sometimes more, especially if it's graded highly by professional services like PCGS or NGC. If you're wondering whether your 2008 no min mark penny is worth more than face value, there are a few things to look for. As mentioned earlier, look for any noticeable errors such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These can significantly increase the coin's value. The condition of your coin is crucial. Coins that have never been circulated and show no signs of wear have the potential to be worth more than a circulated penny. Professional grading can help assess its value. If the penny has any other unusual features, like a unique color or strike, it might attract interest from collectors. These rare characteristics can sometimes add value. Coin values can fluctuate over time, depending on demand. A penny that's not worth much today might become more valuable in the future as collector interest grows. In summary, the 2008 no min mark Lincoln penny isn't necessarily a coin that will make you rich, but it certainly has potential if you find one with an error, or if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition. While most 2008 pennies will only be worth a cent or two, keep an eye out for those rare varieties that might be worth more. If you come across a 2008 penny with a double die error or in uncirculated condition, it could definitely be worth more to collectors. Thanks for tuning in, coin collectors. Don't forget to check your pocket change, and be sure to subscribe for more tips on finding valuable coins. If you've found a special penny or want to share your thoughts, leave a comment below. We love hearing from you. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins for collectors and enthusiasts alike, the 1952 Lincoln penny. If you've ever wondered whether this coin might be worth more than just a penny, stick around because we're going to explore its value, what makes it unique, and how you can tell if your 1952's penny is worth more than $1. Let's start by taking a look at the coin itself. The 1952's Lincoln penny was minted in San Francisco, as denoted by the S mint mark found just below Abraham Lincoln's shoulder on the obverse. This penny is part of the series of Lincoln cents that have been in circulation since 1909, and it carries the iconic design by Victor David Brenner. The obverse features a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse showcases the traditional wheat stalks, symbolizing the nation's agriculture. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this coin stand out? Well, while the 1952's penny is not considered rare compared to some other years, its value can vary depending on several factors. Let's break down what influences the market value of this coin. First, we need to talk about the mintage numbers. In 1952, the San Francisco Mint produced over 54 million pennies. This large number means that the coin is not considered a rare find in general. However, rarity is not the only factor that determines a coin's value. The condition of the coin plays a huge role. For example, if you come across a 1952's penny in mint state, with little to no wear and a sharp, clear design, you could see a higher market value compared to one in poor or worn condition. Let's get into some specific values. In average condition, a 1952's Lincoln penny might be worth around 15 to 30 cents. But if the coin is in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, it could fetch anywhere from $1 to $5, possibly even more, depending on the current market trends and demand from collectors. Now, for the big question, is it worth $1? It certainly can be, but not every 1952's penny is going to fetch that amount. For it to be worth $1 or more, the coin would need to be in better than average condition. Coins that are graded as MS65 or higher can be worth anywhere between $1 and $10. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes, with rare minting errors or unique characteristics raising the price even more. Speaking of mint errors, if your 1952's penny has a noticeable mistake in its design, such as a double die or off-center strike, that could increase its value significantly. Errors like these are often sought after by collectors, and they can turn a relatively common coin into a high-value item. So, how do you determine if your 1952's Lincoln penny is worth $1, or even more? The best way is to have your coin graded by a professional service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These services will give your coin an official grade, which can help you understand its market value more accurately. If your coin has a higher grade, it might be worth more than you expect, and you could even consider selling it through a trusted dealer or auction. Before you head off to check your pockets for a 1952's penny, remember that while the coin's value can vary depending on its condition, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on the current trends in the coin market. Prices fluctuate, and something that might not seem valuable today could be worth more in the future. In conclusion, the 1952's Lincoln penny may not be one of the rarest coins out there, but it still holds a place in the hearts of collectors and can be worth more than just a penny if you find it in great condition or with a special minting error. So if you have one of these coins, make sure to examine it closely, especially if it's in excellent shape. You could be holding on to a little piece of history that could be worth more than you think. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future content.